Hello. So today it's episode 5 in my Mind, Body, Spirit series, and today I'm talking about energy in terms of mind, body, and spirit. So energy is everywhere and energy is everything, and you have to remember that you were energy before you were born in this physical body. So you may or may not be aware of how energy affects you. So energy can be positive, negative, or neutral. And as an energy worker, energy healer, I look for signs or indications that there is an energy block in your body if I'm working with you, whether it's in person or it's a distance session. And in distance sessions, I usually work with a picture. So I'm able to look inside people's bodies, whether they're with me or they're somewhere else, and I just use a picture. But sometimes, like, I worked with someone last night and I didn't even have to look at my client's picture. I saw immediately what the problem was, and the problem began when she started eating fruits and vegetables, and there was glyphosate on there. And glyphosate is a chemical that is used in herbicides, and so that residue was on there, and when she started eating those, she took it in and it caused some problems just underneath her bladder. And I saw the energy block. It just looked black, so it caused problems. And so I was able to tell her what the problem was and also what could help it physically. Now, I also work with I do distance sessions for animals, for pets, and a lot of times the pet will ask me if I can use my laser. So this is a scalar laser, and it works with this energy called scalar energy. And a big part of disease, discomfort, unease, pain, anything like that is just an energy block. So when we work with positive energy, we can go to that energy block that's like this, and we can send positive energy to that block. So what I'll do in a physical session or a distance session, if you have any pain in your body or you have a block in any of your energy centers, so those are called chakras, and we have a root chakra that's located in our groin area. Then we have a sacral chakra that is above it, just about a hand width above it, and that's the root chakra is about survival and, food, water, shelter, clothing, money, anything that has to do with survival. So when your root chakra is blocked, you may have an illness, you may have issues with survival or any of those things, And in your sacral chakra, if you have a block in there, you may have issues with any of your reproductive organs, or you might have relationship issues. So root chakra the color of it is red, and if you are keen enough to do this, you can look inside your chakras, and I'll lead you, after I explain through the chakras, I'll lead you through an exercise where you can look through your chakras. It's pretty cool. Or into your chakras, and you can check to see if they're vibrant or if you can see that they need some cleaning, because you can clean your own. You don't need someone like me to clean them. I'm really good at those, so you could use me to clean them, but also you can clean your own. So sacral chakra, relationships and reproductive organs. The next one, solar plexus. So solar plexus is your personal power center. It is yellow in color, should be a nice bright yellow, and it's all about you. So you being powerful, you staying in your power, you saying no, you saying yes when it's right. So it's all about you. So a lot of times people will have a lot of weight in their solar plexus area, and that is an indicator that they feel the subconscious need to protect themselves. So they'll pack on the weight because, if there's a big front there, then nobody can touch them, right? And that's not true, because often those people will still be vulnerable, because weight is just weight. It doesn't always protect you, but sometimes that has happened where people have packed on pounds because it's a subconscious effort to protect themselves, so something needs to be released. So heart chakra should be nice green, emerald green color when it's nice and balanced and healthy. And sometimes if you're in healing mode, I'll see sparkles of pink around it. So that's all about love and kindness and acceptance and just being positive and love. So if you have a block in your heart chakra, that can cause heart problems. And there have been cases of people who were extremely healthy, they were active, they were running, and they died of a heart attack. Okay, block in the heart chakra. So it's a good idea to do exercises that help you feel love and acceptance. And if you don't, then start wondering, why do I feel this way? What can I do to change that, to shift it? So throat chakra, one of my favorites, right? It's a nice sky blue when it's nice and clean, and it means that you don't have any issues expressing yourself and feeling that you are heard, and it's okay, it's safe to express your true self. So any blocks in the throat chakra. Throat chakra is really interesting because sometimes people have thyroid problems, and that's around here. And if I look to past lives for those people, sometimes they've been hanged, and so that pressure and dying with that pressure caused an energy block there, and it can cause thyroid problems. And so energy healing can help release that. Past life regression hypnotherapy can help release that, but that would cause a block, feeling that you're not able to express yourself and be heard and be safe. So one of my favorites, third eye or the mind's eye, or pineal gland is in there and is your psychic receptor that helps you be clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient. It's just like, it's your psychic antenna, and if it's blocked, you don't have the ability to see or sense or have that psychic ability. Now everybody had it, and then some people were bad and we had to take it away. That's like the short version of it. And so now some people have it from the day they're born, and they're able to maintain it, and then other people have to really work hard to get it back. And it's not that difficult to get it back. Some people don't want to know, so you have to decide, do I want to open that door? And if I do, what can I do about it? So meditation is the best thing, and sitting quietly every day for about 20 minutes is good. And you can also go onto YouTube and type in pineal toning. It's spelled Pineal toning, and that'll tune that up. Make sure that you use headphones when you do it, because then you will receive the benefits, because those audio tracks are made for, there's different sound that goes in this side than this side, and so it balances, it just cleans it out. It's like descales it. And also that meditation that I talk about, where you squeeze your perineum and then you bring your breath up your spine and through each chakra, so you go, and then you stop it there, and you can feel the pressure there. That'll clean it as well, and that'll clean up your psychic receptor and make you just better at what you can do. Because being psychic isn't like, oh my god, you have to read cards or whatever. It's actually there to keep you to put you in the right place at the right time, to feel and to know where you belong and where you don't belong. So it's a tool that's meant to help you just have a better life. That's it. You don't have to, if you suddenly become psychic, doesn't mean you have to turn in a card reader or anything like that. And then the last one, the crown chakra, is just your connection to source. So keeping that nice and clean through meditation, and by being kind and being open to signs and symbols and things that appear in your day, that'll help keep you connected to the source. And I talked about spirit, and I said how important it is for people to have a connection to spirit. It's a portion of ourselves that's always up in the soul group, and failure to pay attention to your spirit will make you feel like you're kind of missing out on something, like you need that spiritual involvement, however you choose to do it. So there are really cool things out there that can help raise your vibration, can help clear stuck energy, can help, I'm supposed to teach them how to clear chakras, so that's what I'm going to do. So if you would like to close your eyes, and you can be standing or seated. Seated is probably best. And so you close your eyes, and we're going to take 5 deep breaths, and I want you to take your breath and just imagine as you breathe up, you're going to release it out the top of your head, okay? So we'll go 1, and release, And then 2, imagine you bring it up your spinal column from the root chakra. And then 3. And then 4. And 5. Now you still have your eyes closed, and with your eyes closed, I want you to imagine that you can see the area in your groin, which is the root chakra area. And I want you to see or sense or know what color it is. It should be a nice bright red, and if it's not a nice bright red, we're going to change it and make it into a nice bright red by just imagining it's a ceiling fan, and it's either spinning clockwise or counterclockwise. It's like a ceiling fan, and there's a ball in the center of it. And as we spin that ceiling fan, we can see it cleaning or sense that it's cleaning. It's getting brighter. And so you just keep doing that until it becomes a nice ruby red. So that's cleaning the root chakra. So we're going to move up to the sacral chakra. That's about a hand's width above the root chakra. And that one should be a nice bright orange. So if you still have your eyes closed and you're looking inside your body, or you're sensing, or you're feeling, or you're knowing what color that is. And if it's not a nice bright orange, we're going to spin it. We're going to spin that ceiling fan with the ball in the center until it's a nice, clean, bright orange. Now we're going to move up to the solar plexus. The solar plexus should be a nice bright yellow. So just take a look in there, or see or sense or know whether it's a nice bright yellow. And if it's not, we're just going to spin that. Spinning until we clean it up. So you just want to keep doing this until it's a nice bright yellow. We're going to move up to the heart chakra. As I mentioned, the heart chakra should be a nice emerald green. And so you just take a look in there, or see, sense, or know if it's a nice emerald green. And if it's not, we're going to clean that. So we're just going to spin it either clockwise or counterclockwise, whichever way your chakras go. And you spin it and spin it. And you should see a nice clean emerald green in the center of your heart chakra. We're going to move up to the throat chakra. It's a nice sky blue. And if it's not, just spin that until it gets nice and clean. We're going to move up to the third eye, and the third eye should be a nice indigo color. And if it's kind of dark, color dull, you're going to just spin that so it goes in either clockwise or counterclockwise rotation. And when you feel it's clean, you can move up to the crown chakra. Now the crown chakra should be nice white. Maybe it might have sparkles of light. And so take a look in there, see, sense, or know whether it needs a little cleaning. If it does, just check in to see how it's spinning. And as you spin it, it'll clean itself up. So that's a really nice chakra clearing exercise I learned from a CD made by Doreen Virtue. I did it like, I think 15 years ago or something like that. It came out quite a while ago, but it is a classic, and it's a really easy way to clean up your energy centers, because if any of those energy centers are sluggish or dirty or lagging, you'll have a block in your life in that area. So next thing I'm going to talk about is, I talked about scalar wave, and this is my laser. So this is a handy dandy healing device. So I'll talk about scalar wave because it is, or scalar energy is phenomenal. So the gentleman who created this scalar wave laser, his name is Paul Wiesbart. He is really cool, and I got to hear him speak in Edmonton when he came to Edmonton, and he gave a talk, and we got to use these lasers, and then I bought one at the end just because it's a phenomenal healing device. I find when I use these, the healing is more deep, intense, and it's quicker. So I like people to heal fast. I don't think we should have to drag it out. I think that, you know, the more tools I can use, the better my healing sessions will be. So this one has it starts and it beeps, and so it has different settings on it. So I don't know if this will show up on the video or not, but I'll just read them out. So it has unwind, quantum setting, a relieve setting, a pleo setting. Pleo is really cool because it works with the blood and the blood cells. Activate, rejuve, soothe, unity, vital, cohere, wave, and it goes back to unwind, so it cycles through those. So each when I turn it on, each time I choose a setting, let's say we'll go quantum, it starts to flash like that, and it heats up after a little while. What it does is it sends positive healing energy to whatever this is directed to. So it lasts for just under 4 minutes for that cycle, and then you can, I use mine intuitively. I know which cycle to use on whoever I'm working on. I also have an extension where I can use, I have a wand where if I work on a horse, I can just use the wand and move the wand over their body, because I found that some horses don't actually like this on their bodies. So scalar wave is a very interesting energy. I'm just going to turn this off. It's going to beep. There we go. So scalar wave is, or scalar energy is amazing energy because it is high potency, positive energy meant to release energy blocks. So there's a guy named Slim Sperling. He's no longer with us, but he has a website called Light Life. I think it's Light Life Technology or Light Life Tools. Light Life Technology. So he has a ring that does the same thing as this. He has tensor rings. He has a harmonizer that's made out of 3 rings and a coil. And when that object is in a room, or with the tensor ring, you direct it, say, at the sky. If you've been having terrible weather, dry weather, whatever, it actually will change the weather pattern. So that's scalar. Scalar is like quantum physics energy that is amazing. So the wonderful thing about using energy like that is you can use it to release energetic blocks, and it's the tool that does it. So I'll use my laser sometimes on people and pets, and I've had my body shifted since I've been doing this the pineal gland activation meditations in the morning as taught by Dr. Joe Dispenza. And I found after doing that for a while, a couple weeks, I think into the 3rd week or the 4th week, my sacrum shifted and my hips became aligned, and it caused a lot of pain actually in my spine. And after that, I had energy blocks in my heels, that's in reflexology, that's your hips, right? So I started using this my laser on it last night, and wow, the release and the relief was incredible. I forget that I have this sometimes because I use it for my clients and then I forget to use it for myself. But I used it yesterday and today, and I found that that energy block is significantly less, at least about 50 to 60% less. So that's pretty amazing that you can just release things with something like this laser. This is, if you just type in scalar wave laser, you can find this on the internet. So there's a website you can go to learn more, and probably look for stuff on YouTube about it. But So these tools I'm talking about are amazing tools that can help you just achieve a more harmonious life, because when we have issues, when we have pain or we have dysfunction, or like anything is going wrong in our body, like I mentioned, it's an energy block. And so if I look inside someone's body, like worked with someone recently, and I saw there were dark patches on her liver, like just like about that size. So that just means that there's an energy block in the liver, and it wasn't all over, it was just in little circles, little patches. And so there was something not quite working with the liver. And your liver is meant to help your body process fat. So if your body is not processing fat, you'll have energy blocks in your liver and you'll have a fatty liver. So there are ways you can clean your liver out. You can drink warm lemon water in the morning, 16 ounces of warm water with the juice of half a lemon. I always use an actual lemon, and I don't buy the concentrate, because by the time that concentrate has gone through all the process and it's bottled, the life force of the lemon juice that you extract from it, or that you use, is not as vital. It's not as high as an actual lemon that was picked, and it's still in the skin. So I cut the lemon in half, and I have one of those lemon juicer thingies. I forget what you call it. It's like a wooden thing, I use that, and then I pour my cold water over, and then the warm water on top, like kettle water, hot water, and I'll drink that at first thing in the morning. And then if you want to clean out your liver, you wait 30 minutes after you've drank that to either drink something else or to eat something, because your body needs that time to have that ingredient to be active in your body and not to be flooded with other things. So, because then it'll have to work harder. You'll find if you clean your liver like that, you'll feel better. Actually, your skin will be better too. You'll just feel wonderful. So that is a liver cleanse. And I can see when I do my body readings with people, and actually as I work with them, when I tell them what is going on inside of their body, and I see that energy block, as we're talking, that that part of their body energetically starts to release the block, just by having that connection with me. Because like I said, I work a lot on keeping my energy really high vibration and nice and clean and vital. And if I ever feel fatigued, like I did from Friday night, I read for 16 people at a gathering, a group reading, and I had no idea that it would take that much energy out of me to channel for those people, and it did. And I was just exhausted, so I hadn't made a video for a while because I was still recovering. And I'm a firm believer, if you don't feel well, you need to take care of yourself. Like if you feel fatigued, that means that if you don't take care of that, it's just going to get worse. So it's important for me to be have high vitality energy, so that I can work with my clients and get the best possible results I can for them. So if you're watching this video and you've been feeling fatigue lately, your body might be tired. Say you take caffeine in, your body might be tired of that because it actually causes fatigue. And I find I went off coffee. Thursday was the last time I had a cup of coffee, and I don't think I'll go back to it because it actually was making me feel really tired in the morning. I only had one cup. It was a big cup though, but it made my brain kind of scrambled. So my brain, it wasn't as calm as I wanted it to be. And Spirit told me before I did that group reading that I was not to drink any coffee because it makes my mind too fast and it doesn't like to slow down, and then it's not as receptive to receive the messages from those who had crossed over, or guides or angels who wanted to talk to people that night. And that was a lot of channeling I did that night, and I had never done it before. So after, by the time I got home, there was a huge storm that night too, which I found was really interesting because I thought it was just like clearing the energy and clearing the air, because that's what storms do. It's like puts like electrical charge in the air and then it like blasts everything out. And we had a storm that night, and then a storm the next night, Saturday night, and then we had another storm on Sunday. So it was interesting. It's like kind of energy right now around where I live is really weird, with the weather, because we're getting like rain showers every day and often thunder and lightning. So it just seems to be clearing the air out, and we've gotten a lot of rain. So I mean, my yard looks like a park, but it's you know, it's tough to keep up to it. I can just taking care of it. But so if you feel an energy drain or you feel fatigue, I want you to think about or notice, what were you doing when that happened? What were you eating or drinking and felt that effects after it? So pay attention to what you're putting in your body and how your body is able to process it. If you eat something and you get that food coma after, it's actually telling you that your body is telling you it's working really hard to pull the essential nutrients out of that food, and so it's working really hard. Now if you eat food that really vibrates and matches your energy, and I taught you how to muscle test in one of my videos, so there's no excuse when you muscle test to see what kind of food agrees with your body and you take that in. So today when I was making my lunch after I worked out at the gym, I had made lentils in my crock pot yesterday, so I had some all ready to go with some white rice, because white rice is really good for carbohydrates. It's nice, fast. I like it. Just like if I'm going to lift weights, I like to eat carbs, like complex carbs the night before, and then I have tons of power in the gym the next day. As I tried to lift without the complex carbs the night before, and I just was weak. So so I made my lunch, and I had lentils, and I muscle tested to see if I should put some Angevita yeast in there for B12 and some essential vitamins and minerals, and I got a yes. So I put that in there, and I had also some broccoli slaw that I buy it, it's prepackaged. But you know, if you buy those salads that are pre-washed, they're actually, it's said they're lowest in the chemicals, the residual chemicals and pesticides, like if it's not available in organic, because there's this guy on YouTube, and he's called East Coast Man, and he tests food all the time. So he tested those packaged salads that are pre-washed, like washed 3 times, and he found that the pesticide residue was very, very low. And he did also experiment with ice cream, and he left this ice cream out on the counter, and it got really disgusting and moldy, and he said, think about that the next time you want to put ice cream in your body. So, you know, the food that is out there in the stores is not always fit for human consumption. It's just packaged, and it's made to maybe look attractive or be easy. But you know, I think the easiest food is food that you make yourself and you have it in the fridge. Like if you make, you know, legumes or something like that, if you use those for a protein source like I do, my body doesn't have any problems absorbing the nutrients from that. And with legumes, I always soak them the night overnight, and then I cook them in a slow cooker the next day, like black beans, lentils, and what else? Oh yeah, chickpeas. So I'll do that, and then sometimes I'll make a black bean dip from the black beans, or I'll make a really nice soup, or like with my lentils, I always cook them with turmeric and sometimes like paprika or something like that, and it's easy, like. And you know what? It lasts a long time because it doesn't spoil over a long period of time. So it's actually easy. So then if you use those prepackaged salads, you know, those are nice too. And it's not that difficult to eat healthy food. A lot of people think, oh, you know, it takes so long, and no, it doesn't. It actually takes longer for your body to eat, for you to eat the junky food, and then your body process it, and then you have to clean it up after. So it's just easier to eat really good food to begin with, and then you don't have any problems or you have less problems. But you know, problems show up in your body when you have not been treating it kindly, and you haven't been aware that maybe the water you've been drinking is toxic. You know, a lot of people drink bottled water. Do you know how long it's been sitting in that plastic? Do you even know, like, did it sit in the heat? Did the water actually become infused with plastic through the heat process? Like, you have to. I don't drink bottled water anymore unless I'm really, really desperate. I drink out of a stainless steel bottle, and I filter my tap water. And I mean, the last thing I want to leave you with is water can be dead or alive. So the water you're drinking in those water bottles is dead. It has no life force in it. But the water that you drink that comes out of the tap, it's still alive. It's come from somewhere. It's come out of, like my water comes out of the ground, or if you're in the city, it's still it's still live, and so it's treated with chemicals, so you just filter those chemicals out. Some people have reverse osmosis on their taps. Some people just use a charcoal filter like I do, and I find that the water tastes so much better. And it actually is, it's a match for your body. Your body is live, right? So why not feed it live things like live fruits and vegetables and live water, and it'll have a high vitality. You'll be amazed. Seriously, it'll be great. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be making another one. The next one is going to be on the mind.